So you can see how close Dadal village is from the Russian border. Dadal is here, and Russian and Mongolian border is here. And I'm sure that's the river that Onum River flows to. And from Onum, it flows to Pacific Ocean, right, all the way to north. I talked to the locals when I was having with breakfast. This region, this province, Khentii, has dense population of wolves, especially in the northern part. The wooden cabin I spent overnight, and he told me that there are tons of wolves there. Tons of wolves and foxes, and I think I mentioned some sort of animal was making a sound, was walking on the snow, right? I think that is because of foxes or wolves. They were sniffing. The owner of the cabin actually leaves some bones, leftovers, there, and he just threw it away to dispose for the nature. And sometimes a lot of foxes and a lot of wolves come here to scavenge. So perhaps that explains they were hoping to scavenge for leftover bones. So if I spent overnight outside, which initially I was planning to, I would encounter a wolf or a fox. Hey, that's scary, right? I'm leaving the wooden cabin. Made it back from the village, came back to the wooden cabin, get my stuff, and I'm gonna explore further north without getting lost. This year was, once again, the winter was very mild. Last year was harsh. A lot of herders lost their livestock. Hundreds of thousands of them were unexpectedly killed by the snowstorm, blizzard, cold weather. Especially in the Dadal province, which is the furthest eastern province. It doesn't snow that hard relative to northern part or western part of Mongolia. So last year they were not prepared at all. That was unfortunate. Obviously it also affects the price of the meat. We got, I don't know, like more than 70 million livestock, yet our meat price is so inflated. It's not because of winter blizzard, it's not because of supply and demand, it's just because of a bunch of people artificially inflate the price of meat. So in other words, they just buy whole livestock or meat in bulk. When the supply dries up, they tend to increase the price. I don't know what I'm hitting. I'm just walking to find a nice fast service. So that's north. I should be heading towards north 52 to get back to civilization. As long as I'm heading towards the north 55, I should not get lost. I think it's around 1 p.m. I've got ample time to prepare, set up a base camp where I'm gonna cook. And if I get lost, I should be able to have the sun out for 4 hours, 4 full hours. So I can take more risk. That's interesting. Looks like an animal from a distance. You got 2 legs and a head, neck and tail. Is it a dog? It's a small one. So I'm guessing dog. I'm so curious where this car trail leads to. Could it be to someone's house? I don't think so. Oh yeah. There's a root ball over there to spend overnight. This should be a good heat reflector. On the left hand side I see many trails, animal trails. On the right, barely anything. So let's just stick with the left one, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over there. We have a good amount of supply over there. Firewood supply. I'm gonna shovel this area. First layer of the snow is flaky, but the bottom is solid, frozen. I don't need a big space, just enough for firewood. Show you guys something. It's so green. I think it's a moss. Yeah, it's moss. During summertime, moss absorbs water. If you don't have any access nearby a river or water, you can just take a handful of moss and then squeeze it so you can drink clean water. Birch wood. I'm gonna need the barks. It's easier for me to start a fire. Nice dry barks. I don't want to damage the tree. Birch tree. Oh, it's so green. This should be good. Conductor, fire conductor as well. Handful of these. Put it on ground. Yep. Quite a lot actually. Woo! It's actually a good bed cushion if you're sleeping outside. I'm gonna get more wood. You see? Good cushion. Nice and bouncy. I'm gonna use my saw. I gotta check my surroundings just in case there could be any animal out there. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Oh, it's tiring. Gotta stick with this. The other one is stuck. Yep, snap again. Oh, yeah. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Almost hit the camera. Wow. This is heavy. This is not reliable. That's why I always bring my other saw. So I think it's best to test your gears first, somewhere around close. If anything happens, you can always bail out. The branches are not dry. So you got the moss, got the barks, more branches. I'm gonna test if it's really waterproof. Nah. I can just stack them up. Woo! Good. Wind is not in my favor. Next one, this one. So if this part burns through, then I can just push it forward, keep feeding the fire instead of chopping them into pieces. The long-awaited steak. I should have defrosted it instead of leaving it outside. One chunk, second chunk. I didn't bring any salt or pepper. Well, it is what it is, right? Cook them separately, I guess. If it was defrosted, I could just put it on the coal. This is completely frozen. I'll just cook it like this. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Oh, hot. All right, let's wait for 2 hours then. I got a nice bed of coal underneath it, so it should cook nice. Getting toasty here. You hear that? My sticks are getting cooked, making a sizzling sound. It's nice. Yeah, I think I'll just sit here, just relax and wait. People like to consume their beef medium rare, well done, you know. Everyone has their own preferences, but I like my steak to be well done. Ooh. Oh. Interesting, very interesting. Should I try to make another one? Ooh. Oh. Yo, it smells like bread. Wow, bread. Let's check out the steak now. Moment of truth. Is it cooked or not? Wow. Ho ho ho. I can smell it. Oh no. I made it jerky.
It's too burnt. Not good. Well, to be honest with you, I was just trying to feed the fire because it was not making any coal. All the trees were not dry. And so I was keep stacking up firewood, and then eventually it turned out like this. It's like a rock. I guess I'll just stick with the bread. I should have just waited for the fire and then get plenty of coal so I can bury my steak. The heat was too intense, I guess. I failed. Well, the other one turned out to be alright. Dry. Tastes the liver. I'm gonna buy it again and cook at home. Alright, I'm gonna finish my failed steak and head back. Got the trash. This is turned off. During the night, I get lost, no compass. Blizzard is hitting hard. Then I think the best thing you can do is just stay where you are until the blizzard clears out. I heard it from one of the outdoor survivalists YouTuber. I've been walking for 30 minutes, I think. Getting a little bit exhausted. My speed is drastically decreasing. I think I have 30 more minutes to go. I'm back to civilization. Got windy. Made it back. A gear. We call it hunugir. It's not exactly the same as the Mongolian gear. And they made it modernized. It's more contemporary. Sun is setting. Full moon. I'm gonna head to the village center. So villages, I'm just using this term to make you guys understand what I'm saying. We call it soum. So Amik means province. Second biggest is soum, which is a village. The third biggest is called bak. I think you could say part of village. I don't know the exact term in English, but I think you get the idea. Yesterday when I came here around 6 or 7, there were no sun. So this village has quite a lot of population of Buret people. Mongolia has 21 tribes. More than 80% of them are Khalq, which I'm Khalq. And some of them are Kazakh, Durgut, Torgut, Buret, and so on. Utsimching, Takhat. Those are the names of the tribes. So Buret people tend to reside in the eastern part of Mongolia, which is known for its endless prayer, endless steppe. So that's one of the reasons why you don't see many Mongolian gears in this village, because Buret are well known for their capability, for their skills to build wooden cabins. There's even a word saying, once the Buret people go outside, leave the home with their axes, they're gonna come back with wooden cabin. They just go into the forest and build a log cabin. Just like that. High population of Asian looking people, and I think you guys have heard about Yakut. So they're basically us. This behind me looks beautiful. I thought the white spot was something on my camera, but turns out it's the moon. Yeah. Woo! Got the moon. House. That's a school over there. Back there, they even had a hospital. This one, it looks like a store to me. They sell clothes. Yeah, they sell clothes. All kinds of clothes. Let's check out the school. Dadal soum means Dadal village school. It's a bank over there. One of the smallest banks I've ever seen. Someone's working, shuffling those papers. Mig Dadal means Mig insurance. This is actually a much bigger village than I expected. Oh, Mongolia! Mongolia's flag. People are very curious, they're just looking at me. Who is this guy videotaping? Yeah, that's the city. Something new construction. Stray dogs. Supermarket. Very cool. Oh, that one looks cool with those LED lights. We got farmers over there. Not gonna lie, this is one of the most organized villages I've ever seen in Mongolia. Everything is clear and concise. There's not a lot of Mongolian gear. Cows, sheep, those kind of animals. Oh, one cow over there. Don't mind me. I think it's a government building. Hello, Mr. Cow? Yeah. I don't know. Nothing. Yes. Like a federal government thing. It's not a state government thing. they get to decide for themselves, you know, if they have any issues, have the new policy, something happens. Oh, you see those colorful signs? That's a kindergarten. No traffic, no stress, no air pollution, no pollution whatsoever. People are very chill. People generally look happy, content with their life. So yeah, I can't complain. Very nice. Good morning. This is day 3. Time is 7:30, almost 8. I'm very, very close to the actual birthplace of Chinggis Khan, which is called Deluun Boldog. And they gave me this, some sort of rice. So I have to throw it to the sky. Given to the sky people. As you know, Mongolians long believed that the eternal blue sky was our god. So in order to connect with the sky, we used shamans. So shamans will do the ritual, and the spirits will descend from the sky people to the flesh and blood, and then they will use the flesh and blood, which is us, as a vessel to communicate and answer our questions. So I'm gonna give it to the sky people, just to show some appreciation and respect. February 12th. So it's my 3rd day, my last day. And after this, I'm gonna head back and have my breakfast. And then we should be heading back to the city. Look how beautiful it is. We're walking up. Hey! Oh, stunning. Alright. Oh look, a horse dung. It's really good for your liver function, so I'm gonna try it out. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna eat a horse dung. It's a good source of heat. We use it, we burn it, crossing a frozen river. Engine's abandoned ship. Two. It's pretty interesting. This is not a ship. This is like a vessel. During the summer, you can imagine the cars cannot cross the river because it's too deep, right? It's not shallow and it's wide. So what they're gonna do is that, I'm not sure if you guys can see this line, metal line. They use this physics to their advantage. So if a car wants to cross from that position to there, they're gonna use this as a bridge, floating bridge. So they use the river's velocity to cross the river. Since it's attached to a metal line, it will not deviate from this line. So that's pretty clever, you know, in order to get to the other side. I would like to see how this works in the real time. Perhaps I'll come back in summer. It's not, oh, making a cracking sound. You hear that? It's so brittle. A bunch of cars are crossing the river. That part I assume is thicker. These part, since it's transparent, I don't think it is. Alright, I'm gonna save up my battery. Oh, Timo. Oh, I just got a very interesting fact. If you go that direction 50 or 60 kilometers, you'll reach the Mongolian-Russian border. And the second fact is that tol is a fish that is very scarcely populated. It's the biggest freshwater fish in Mongolia. And the second thing is, it's an indicator of how fresh the water is. So tol only lives in fresh water. For instance, here has an abundant population of tol, and in the northern part, in some regions of Husud province, you can find tol as well. We just arrived at a tunnel. Looks quite peculiar, right? Got another interesting fact. what I heard from the locals is that they artificially make this tunnel in order to ventilate the forest because it's too dense. I think in the like 5-meter diameter there are supposed to be like certain amount of trees. If it exceeds that certain amount of trees, then they decide to cut or make a tunnel. Alright guys, we have finally arrived at the birthplace of Chinggis Khan, Deluun Boldog. Deluun Boldog. In 2010 in May, Mongolian president ordered that this Khentii province's Dadal village, specifically Deluun Boldog, is the actual birthplace of Chinggis Khan. I have to hike up there, so in order to save my battery, I'm just gonna shut this down now. Finally made it. Chinggis Khan's birthplace, Deluun Boldog. Wow. Just imagine my ancestors were roaming this place, you know, doing the thing, being a nomad. There were many wars here. Very hard to imagine. It's only like 800 something years ago. Those warriors on horseback doing archery, swords everywhere, shields, you know, hunting in pack. Must have been crazy. Now obviously I have to go in circles 3 times to show respect. Alright guys, my battery is 6% now. It's freezing cold outside, it's quite windy. I think I'm gonna wrap up my video now. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. See you guys soon.